Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Hiking and Exploring with Jim. I'm going to show you some collectible pop bottles. Please let me know if you find this boring. I'm not digging right now, there's the snow. So I thought I'd show you some of my collectibles as I unpack them. Right now I've got some pop bottles. So this is a 1960s Pepsi Cola bottle. It's 10 fluid ounces. And I know it's 1960s because there's no metric. In Canada, metric came in the early 1970s. So this is 1960s or late 60s. And I've got two of them. I found these when I was on a hike. So I guess they tossed them along the side of the trail, and there must have been two of them because I found them both at the same time. So those two. Here's my 7-Up. I guess. Anyways, this is 1970s, early 80s, as it has metric. And it also has the French. So this is a Canadian bottle. As the Canadian, everything in Canada after 1970 has French and English on it. So the English is on this side, French is over here. That's how everything is. Right down the cereal boxes, even a box of salt. This one here is a unique bottle. This is 1.5 liters. So again, late 1970s. And it has the French. But it is a very weird size. They don't make this size anymore. I don't know if this was a promotional thing for the time or what, but they sold these in the grocery stores. So there's that. Let's see. We have Team. And this is a product of Pepsi Cola Company of Canada Limited. It's got a nice pattern. And Team, I don't know if they still sell it or not, but it's a lemon lime drink. Team. So again, this was 1960s, as it only has English on it, and 10 fluid ounces. So, and it was made in Canada. So 1960s. These still have the paper label. So I believe these were 1980s. These were sold in the grocery stores. This was 59 cents for 750 milliliters. So you want a plus deposit. So this was a deposit bottle. And A&W, I believe they have A&W in the States as well as in Canada. Or maybe it's just in Canada, I'm not sure. Someone can let me know. Do you have A&W restaurants in the United States? And has the original cap. I got these in, I believe it was a thrift store. This is Hires root beer. Again, 1980s. And I just washed these up. Now, you want to keep these labels. So, right, this label here is starting to peel. But if you have children, and I'm sure a lot of people do, or you're a student in school, you'll probably have a stick of glue, like a glue stick you use in high school. Just glue it back and it will stick, and that way you will keep the value of your bottle. Okay. This is a Canada Dry. also 1980s. Label's a little rough, but they come out with sugar-free. So this one was 79 cents for, was it 250 milliliters. So that would, for 250 milliliters now, that would probably cost you over $2. This was sugar-free ginger ale. I know they sell this in the U.S., I believe. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. And this is an older bottle. This is Majestic Pale Dry Ginger Ale. And it was made, it says made from pure Jamaican ginger. And so this beverage is made from the choicest ingredients obtainable and supplied in a sterilized bottle for your protection and enjoyment. And it is bottled by Majestic Beverage Company, Hamilton, Canada. So that was Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and 30 fluid ounces. So this I found probably in a thrift store, or maybe it was a could have been a garage sale, I suppose. But this one here, I would say, would be 1950s. And the label is perfect. It's painted on. You know, you can wash this, so it was good paint. And one of the first times I've ever seen ingredients made from a foreign country. But I guess at the time, Jamaica was still under the British, was still a British colony. Maybe it still is. So, is that one? So this is Yahoo Mountain Dew. And of course, this is a painted label. And it's good paint. It's a little faded from where I found it. I believe I found it along the trail. And this one here has no French on it. So again, could be late 1950s, early 1960s. It doesn't even have where it was made. So, nothing. So that's a good bottle. Real good one. I also try to get the cartons. Now, this is from the 1980s. It has 4.5 liters. And it's a family pack. And it's plastic. So, as long as you don't scuff up this paint, you've got this to display your Coke bottles. And makes a real good collectible piece. Because these are, I believe, well, they are kind of rare. They get smashed up, dented up and stuff, but this is in real good shape. I also have this one here. This one here was made in Kitchener, Ontario by Kitchener Beverage Limited. So that would have been another outlet for probably Coca-Cola or ginger ale. And this has C+. And again, French and English. English, French. And it was in ounces. 28 fluid ounces. So this would be 1970s. So there was no metric yet. So that's a good way. It was made in Canada. You can see by the Canadian stamp. So that's a good one to have. You can always date them. Here's another one, like this one I showed you earlier. But this one still has the label. I gotta put a touch more glue on it. So this bottle here, this bottle of pop was 43 cents plus your deposit. Now this has French on it, like I said, and it's also metric. So late 1970s. It's a good one. And here's another A&W root beer. good one to have. I don't have the cap for that one though. So I'm going to show you. I don't know if I've showed you this one before, but this is old oak rum, and it was 40% alcohol. It was made in Trinidad. So this is Trinidadian rum. There's your cap. Now this is paint. This is all painted on. It does come off. It's not the best paint, so you have to be very careful for this. But the most collectible part of this bottle is the cap. Because these caps tend to go missing. Because when you open the bottle, there's the original lid. And so most people would open it up and then they would lose this. So having this is the best one. Now my aunt gave me this a few years ago. It was a birthday present. Of course, it was empty, but this is a good piece. I really enjoyed this one. He's playing the bongos, his hands, but this is really nice. I don't know, has anyone else seen these on their travels? If you have, please let me know in the comments below. So that's a good one. Even though it's 1960s, it's a good one because of the hat, and the paint is in really good shape. So you want to hang on to that. Don't store it in a cold, wet, damp place, because if you store it in a wet place, the paint comes off. And let's see what else. I already said earlier, one of the ones that I dug up and then brushed off quickly. So nothing, you don't know what that one is. Now in Canada, we used to have what was called stubbies, beer bottles. It was nice. You could fit it right in the palm of your hand. And this was Labatt's 50. And they don't make these anymore because there's a lot of people drinking and driving. And you put this in the palm of your hand, you're driving down the road, the police can't really see it. So it was... here's another one. This is export. So these are collectible, as a lot of these were returned, because at the time I think you got 5 cents when you return them. And Canada has, as far as returning beer bottles, has an extremely high rate of return. So there's not a lot of these bottles hanging around. So I've got several of each. I got a six pack of each, but they need to be washed up and displayed properly, which they will be soon. So these are 1970s, maybe early 1980s, because they switched to a taller bottle. I'll show you that. And then here's another one. Credit Valley. It was saved. If you look at the back of this, it has the guy serving ice cold, and he has a tray, and it's a good one. It's 1950s, 8 fluid ounces, and this was Credit Valley Bottling Works, Georgetown, Ontario. So this is bottled where I used to live. So these are kind of rare, I believe. You don't see a lot of these, especially with the paint still on. As you can see, it fades fairly fast. So that was Georgetown, Ontario, where I used to live. Pop bottle. What else I got? So I don't know if anybody's heard of the Pop Shop. It was a big craze back in the 1970s. And this was bottled in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it says return for deposit. Very good shape. The paint is good. Color is good. It just needs a good cleaning. Let's see. Versus Javix bottles. You guys have all seen them recently. So this, out of your way. This is an early cream jar, cream bottle, and needs a good cleaning. But cream came in this, so you would have this for your milk and this for your cream. Now this I'm not quite sure of the age. There is nothing on it. There's no numbers, no nothing. But I would think, judging by the top, it would have to have been after 1930. Because it would have had a cap on it. Well, I guess there's a number, looks like 20 or 6. That's a good one. And let's see how, I think we're just about done. There's another Javix bottle. This was actually, I found this at my grandmother's farm. She used this. So this one I won't part with. But yeah, I dug out, my grandparents have a 100-acre farm. And that was the first places that I dug, was their dump. So that's one of my grandparents' bottles. So, folks, I don't know if you've seen this, but I found this digging. I scraped off as much rust as I could, and then I gave it a good, there's a spray which stops it from rusting immediately. So you can't use this piece, but it's a good display piece. And I will get out my antique tools and show you guys some of them. So, this is one of the smaller ones I found. Of course, it's just a medicine bottle. It's 1930s, and it's a pharmacy bottle. But it's one of my smaller ones. This one here, of course, everybody knows the blue ones. This is an aspirin bottle, if anybody needs to know. So, I've taken up enough of your time. So, please like and subscribe. If you're interested in me proceeding with more of these videos, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to keep making them. There's a couple abandoned houses near me, so as soon as the weather kind of stops snowing and it kind of warms up a little bit, I'm going to take a tour of some of these abandoned houses. So, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you like seeing my display as I unpack it? I've lost 3 subscribers this week. They didn't say why, but they unsubscribed. So, I don't know. I can't go digging in the winter. So, anyways, please let me know what you think. Do you like me to carry on showing you my collection? Or would you want me just to move on to find something else out? Okay, take care. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.